You know that guy you filled out the survey for? His score is B. He's a guy with promising potential, but he has work to do. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you, things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10 dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10 dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is not the kind who talks big. Actually, he keeps things simple and doesn't make grand promises. At work, he does what's needed and stays committed, but he doesn't have the hunger or push to climb very high on the career ladder. He isn't likely to chase higher positions or take big risks for success.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he tends to stay calm and doesn't lose his cool easily. He may feel stressed inside, but he won't yell or act out. He doesn't let setbacks push him into a hole and he recovers quietly without much complaining.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work usually find him easy to get along with. He is polite and cheerful and he doesn't cause fights or create drama. You won't hear about heated arguments or grudges. He keeps things simple and smooth.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
He won't feel threatened or insecure if you succeed in your career. Instead, he'll likely be genuinely happy for you, clapping for you with a smile and celebrating your achievement. You won't have to worry about jealousy, sulking, or power games.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he's unlikely to secretly resent you or feel insecure about it. He doesn't measure himself by how much money he makes compared to others. So your higher salary won't hurt his pride or cause hidden jealousy. You don't need to tiptoe around your achievements. He doesn't carry that kind of ego.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He isn't the most organized when it comes to money, so sometimes he may forget to plan or keep track of spending. He doesn't throw money away on flashy things, but you might notice he doesn't always think ahead or save as much as he could. He's not careless out of laziness, it's just not his strong suit.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives within his means and doesn't try to show off or pretend to be richer than he is. You won't see him buying things just to impress others or putting on a big display to look important. If he spends extra sometimes, it's more out of forgetfulness than trying to act rich.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He may not go out of his way to help or show deep kindness, but he isn't stingy or tight fisted either. When it comes to money, he won't hold on too hard or create trouble about small expenses, and he's generally warm and cheerful in company. His giving is simple and within his means. He likes to keep harmony more than make a statement.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is open and straightforward about money matters, not secretive or controlling. You won't find him hiding expenses, keeping secrets, or starting fights over finances. He prefers to keep things out in the open and avoids drama.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He's not very forceful or traditional about housework, so he's unlikely to insist that chores are only your responsibility. He may not always notice what needs to be done and might need a gentle nudge now and then, but if you ask, he'll generally help out without complaining. Teamwork at home comes naturally to him when asked.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He might not jump up on his own to do chores or change diapers, but if you ask for help, he'll roll up his sleeves and pitch in without fuss. He isn't fussy or controlling, so he won't stand around just watching you work or giving advice from the side. He prefers teamwork and is eager to keep things peaceful, so you won't be left carrying the whole load alone.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He doesn't like arguing just to prove a point, and he rarely tries to win in any discussion. If you share your feelings or viewpoint, he'll listen calmly and won't start picking fights or stubbornly defend himself. You'll find it easy to share what's on your mind without worrying that he'll turn things into a battle.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he stays respectful and doesn't say hurtful things or act aggressive. He's good at keeping his emotions in check and won't let anger spill over into shouting, insults, or harsh behavior. You won't have to brace yourself for cutting words or drama if a disagreement happens.
Does he have a bad temper?
No, he's not the kind of man who gets angry very quickly. He has a calm, easygoing nature and doesn't lose his temper over small things. You don't have to worry about sudden bursts of anger or regular arguments.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He can say sorry and take responsibility when he knows he's made a mistake. He isn't the type to point fingers or blame you just to save his own pride. If you bring up something he did wrong, he'll listen quietly and is likely to admit it without fuss or drama.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
Yes, he will respect your boundaries and understands that no means no. He isn't the type to push, argue, or make you feel guilty if you aren't comfortable with something, whether it's about physical closeness or any other part of life. If you say no or set a limit, he'll accept it without fuss or offense.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
No, he is not the kind of man who takes it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. If you say you're tired or not interested, he won't sulk, argue, or make you feel bad. He understands that everyone has their own feelings and will respect your space without making a big issue out of it.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care. He's not the type to use your personal or intimate experiences against you, even if you have a disagreement or tough times. He keeps such moments safe between the two of you, not as weapons, but as precious memories.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is generally faithful and not easily distracted by other women. He enjoys friendly company and is cheerful in social situations, but he doesn't have a wandering eye or a habit of chasing attention outside the relationship. You are unlikely to face problems with flirting or betrayal.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
No, he is not over possessive or controlling. He doesn't get jealous easily and isn't the type to question where you go, who you talk to, or what you wear. He gives you space and respects your independence.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, with him, being protective doesn't come from a controlling personality. He cares about your well being. but doesn't try to make rules for you or limit your freedom in the name of looking after you. You'll see gentle concern, not strictness or overbearing behavior.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He is likely to see parenting as a team effort, especially if you make your expectations clear. He won't insist that looking after the kids is only your job, and he's usually happy to help when you ask. He wants peace and harmony at home, so he'll work alongside you rather than leave everything on your shoulders.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he will stay calm and collected. He doesn't lose his temper easily or react harshly. He may talk things through quietly or offer a simple solution, but you won't see shouting or angry outbursts.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Yes, he will support your role as both a mother and your own person. He understands that you have your own identity beyond family responsibilities and won't make you feel guilty for wanting time for yourself, your work, or hobbies. He won't hold you back or expect you to give up your ambitions.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, he is not the kind of man who will support your career now, only to later ask you to quit after you have a child. His easygoing and accepting nature means he respects your choices and doesn't have hidden plans to control your life or dreams. If you decide to keep working after having a child, he will stand by you without pressure or guilt.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will treat your parents politely and keep things pleasant, but his warmth may be more on the surface than deep and emotional. He isn't rude or distant, and he won't cause any trouble during family visits. His focus is on harmony, so there won't be any awkwardness or coldness. He will try to adjust to your family rather than expect them to change for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will handle it calmly and will not make things worse. He isn't someone who reacts with anger or adds fuel to the fire during tense moments. Instead, he prefers to stay peaceful and keep the situation as smooth as possible.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
No, he's not the type to expect you to be modern with him and suddenly turn into a very traditional, supportive wife in front of his relatives. He values comfort and harmony over strict roles, so he is unlikely to put pressure on you to behave differently just for his family's sake. He wants things to go smoothly, but doesn't want you to feel fake or forced.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he will quietly support you rather than stay out of it or take their side. He doesn't like conflict and may not always fight loudly on your behalf, but you'll feel his backing in gentle ways, standing with you, offering comfort, and helping to keep the situation calm. You can trust him to be on your side, finding subtle ways to make you feel included and supported, even during tough family moments.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He is not a mummy's boy in the sense of blindly supporting his mother over you. While he wants to keep things peaceful with both you and his family, he won't ignore your feelings or always side with his mother just to avoid conflict. If there's a disagreement, he'll quietly listen to both sides and try to find a fair solution.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He is not the type to share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He values peace and privacy at home, so he'll keep personal matters between the two of you rather than running to others with your issues. This helps build trust and keeps your bond strong.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, overall, this guy gets a B. He's a guy with potential, but he has work to do to live up to it. Being in a relationship with this man day in and day out feels steady, cheerful, and low on drama. He is hardworking and keeps things moving, but he's not one to chase big dreams or create tension at home.